and the great secret hidden in the orphanage. On a rainy afternoon, Angelina Jolie, wrapped in a dark coat, made her way toward a rundown orphanage nestled at the foot of Eastern Europe's mountains. She was there as an ambassador for a humanitarian organization, aiming to support children who had been living under harsh conditions for years. However, what awaited Angelina on this journey was not just a mission of humanitarian aid. A mysterious secret hidden within the orphanage would change her destiny. As she approached the building, its weathered stone walls and shattered windows reflected the weight of time. Upon entering, she saw a room where children played quietly. Some looked at her with curiosity, while others shyly hid their faces. Angelina greeted each child with a warm smile until an elderly woman approached her. The woman, the head of the orphanage, welcomed Angelina and began giving her a tour of the facility. During the tour, Angelina noticed a small boy sitting alone in a separate room, his eyes filled with sadness. The boy, about 8 years old with dark hair, was holding a book in his hands. "Who is this child?" Angelina asked. The headmistress paused for a moment before replying softly, "His name is Luca. He's a very special boy, but he doesn't talk much about his past." Angelina approached Luca and sat beside him. Although the boy was initially hesitant, Angelina's warmth and genuine interest slowly opened his heart. The book in Luca's hands caught her attention. It was an old leather-bound volume with an ancient symbol on the cover. Intrigued, Angelina asked, "Where did you find this book?" Luca whispered, "It belonged to my family." He didn't want to share more details, but Angelina's curiosity deepened. As she examined the book, she realized it was no ordinary volume. Its pages were filled with old maps, symbols, and codes. Angelina, an archaeology enthusiast, began to wonder about the meaning behind these symbols. That night, after the children had gone to bed, Angelina spoke with the headmistress to examine Luca's book more closely. The headmistress explained that the book had somehow ended up at the orphanage years ago, but no one knew much about Luca's family or their past. As Angelina studied the book, she recognized a map that seemed strikingly familiar. It depicted the mountains and forests surrounding the orphanage. The next morning, Angelina spoke with Luca about the map. His eyes lit up as he said, "My father always told me this map was very important to our family." This clue convinced Angelina to follow its trail. She organized an expedition with Luca and the headmistress to the location marked on the map. The map led them to a cave near the orphanage. After a long hike, they reached its entrance, which was sealed with stones. Luca's book contained symbols that indicated which stones to move. When they carefully shifted the stones, the cave's door opened. Inside, they discovered a chamber filled with traces of the past, an ancient chest, drawings on the walls, and a collection of parchments. When they opened the chest, they uncovered an incredible story about Luca's family. His ancestors had been guardians of an important historical artifact for generations. However, during a war, the family had been torn apart, and the artifact had been lost. Angelina realized that the artifact might still be hidden somewhere, and that Luca's family had carried the weight of this responsibility for years. This revelation was not just about Luca's past. It had the potential to impact the futures of all the children at the orphanage. Angelina provided more support to the orphanage, ensuring a better life for Luca and the other children. She also continued researching Luca's family history, striving to preserve this important legacy. This story demonstrates how a mission of aid unexpectedly turned into a life-changing discovery, and how a child's journey to uncover his past ignited a light within him. Angelina Jolie's compassion and determination forever transformed Luca's life.